what we're seeing now in majority of the customers that we engage with, that the digital strategy is based around probably multiple business outcomes. So we're looking at customer experience, we're looking at reducing operational expenditure, we're looking at optimizing the workforce. So these business outcomes really start to put a real challenge to be able to deliver them type of services. So the four main paradigms that we see that affect digital connectivity today are around IoT, around cloud, mobility and security. So the main benefits we see with software-defined WAN is really around the application experience. So as we see customers now transition to SaaS-based services or PaaS type services, and even having some legacy applications that sit within the private data center, software-defined WAN allows us to set up criteria in the policy to allow us to measure the performance of an application using multiple connections. The other thing is we can also start to be more proactive in the way that we use the connectivity itself. I have two connections, I can now look at the best available path of performance for that particular customer. As ANS have transitioned now from in the last 2 years to be a CSP, we have loads of customers that are making that transition as well with ANS. So some of the case studies that we've been involved in is specifically around application performance, where we've got applications that sit in a private cloud, now sit as a SaaS application, maybe sat in a PaaS platform. So ensuring using software-defined WAN from a case study perspective, the majority of ones we do, we will set up dual connections where for a customer, we'll be able to then look at the optimal experience for that application for end users, and then make sure that we've always given the optimum performance. So as ANS now, we are now software defined by default. So we now believe that software defined WAN is the right architecture for our customers. So we will always go in with a software defined WAN. This is the right architecture for any customer that even remains in a private data center, or is transitioning to a SaaS service, or even a private cloud service, public cloud service. So what's really important to us is ensuring that the software defined solution maps all the criteria for our customers. So looking at application performance, looking at cost reductions, and looking at ease of management. So these are the things that we think software defined WAN should be out of the box.